All right, all right. So we up in here. So for those of you that are watching, this is the January's training, and we got Katrina Butler herself. Y'all, listen. If you missing this, you can watch it on the replay. Any questions you have for Katrina, if you don't get it tonight, shoot her a DM, shoot her a message in the messenger, call, go on her. In fact, you got the link right there. Go to her Facebook. Once you go there, boop, she gonna know you came to visit. You can have a little chat with her. And everything you need to know is there. So Katrina.
Yes, ma'am.
We have, well, let's start here. I want you to tell them who you are,
Okay.
who do you serve, what do you do, all that good stuff.
Okay. So, like Stephanie said, my name is Katrina Butler, and I'm the owner of KRB Executive Services. So, I offer virtual business support and project management to female entrepreneurs and small business owners like Stephanie.
Yes, praise God. No, I'm sorry. I digress.
So that's me in a nutshell. That's really where my focus is. So I only work with women. That's my group right there. That's where my heart is. So like my goal basically is to help other female entrepreneurs reach their goals and dreams, but also making sure that they have, the free time to spend with their family and, live, the same life that I would want for myself. So basically, giving some organization to your business with systems and then just giving you, some free time.
And so with all of that, you also have some keen knowledge about branding, yes?
A bit. I've been doing my own studying and have spoken with other coaches that have helped me along the way getting myself together. So just that's my disclaimer. Did not go to
No,
school
I'm
for
with you. I'm
marketing.
with you because listen, no, I'm like, all I know, you helped me. And
Yeah.
so I want someone, I'm going to ask you as we're going through it, we'll look at some things and we'll talk about some things, but Hope is in the room. So she's going to be the blessed soul. So Hope, what are you working on that Katrina and I could give you some insight into? So she already
So
told you what she does. So
yeah,
there you
so
go. Look at that.
sorry, I'm having back pains today, so
Oh, okay.
my core
Girl.
vertebrae are pushed together. So yeah. But what I'm working on is I published a book in June of 2020. So I'm really trying to increase not just the book sales or the book visibility. I also have an inspirational t-shirt line, so sweatshirts and t-shirts. So I'm about to do something just to market that and just to really push it out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm putting together two things. One that's gonna happen this probably by the end of this week. I'm gonna promote the book with a journal. So the journal will be a free giveaway when they purchase the book. And then I'm also putting together like a box deal, so it'll be like a t-shirt, a book, a journal, a pen. I have somebody who's giving me some homemade shea butters or like a scented candle.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna work on putting that out. Hopefully, I'm hoping towards end of February, March. Um, so just trying to really market that, but really it's just really pushing my brand, pushing Always Hope, and really getting people to notice and making it more visible just to promote myself and the brand. And really, it's just really about encouraging people and encouraging, hope. I think hope is something big that people need after surviving 2020. So really just pushing that out there. So
Sounds good. And what's the name of the book?
there was always hope, even when I couldn't see it.
And so that's the name of your brand, Always Hope.
Hmm.
I like it.
So Hope, so you're gonna give the journal. Is that gonna be is that a physical journal or e-journal or what we doing?
It's going to be a physical journal, so it's actually a physical book. And I'm actually getting stickers to put on it now that says "Always Hope" that'll go on the journal and it'll go with the book. So the journal will be a freebie that goes with the book. So if someone orders the book, they get the free journal.
So they're gonna get this in the box in the bundle.
No, this is just going to be just a package deal. The box is going to be something different that I'll probably do like in February or March of another promotional type thing.
Okay. And how much is the book costing you?
The book is $12.99
by itself?
by itself.
And are you going to increase the price of the book?
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, how much is the journal cost? I'm sorry, that's what I meant to ask you, the journal.
I think I got a pack of them. I got a pack of 20 for like $19.99.
Oh, so it won't be a journal that had the graphic on the front like your book, like it's something you
No,
have to pay money. Okay,
no.
okay. All right, but even that, and you can chime in, Katrina. Now there's giveaways and then there's bundles. You know what I'm saying? So, right. So keep in mind, if you're going to do something, think about bundles where you're not losing any money.
Right.
Now, if you're not losing money by adding the journal, and it will encourage you, you will sell more journals. More books, then yes, but just make sure that you're not losing on the end.
Right.
So I want to ask, how are you going to advertise this? Did you already say that?
No, I did not say that. So I'm working on that now. Really, it's just like if you purchase, really they got to purchase the book directly from my website in order to get it. Like if you go to Amazon, you're just gonna get the book, but if you buy it from the website, you'll get the book. So it's gonna be for like the first 20 people. If you buy a book off my website, then you get this free journal.
Okay. So Katrina, take a look at Hope's Facebook page. Hope, tell her how to get to your business page.
It's at Always Hope.
And then while you're taking a look at that, Katrina, and then she'll just kind of graze around and then give Hope some ideas what they pop to mind and what she can do to advertise or even and make her site even more branded, if you will. Hope, now while Katrina's doing that, I'm going to also suggest that anytime you're going to be selling anything, you start like yesterday. So you know how you go live, coming soon. You know what I'm saying? You start talking about it and you make the best graphics. Take a picture of it with a white background if you have one.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you have one of the boxes, and start advertising it now.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Okay.
And plus, and make sure that of course, everything matches your brand, your coloring, your brand, and everywhere you go, everything you do, all the websites you're on, all the social sites you're on, there should be something about that,
Okay.
and how they can get to that, and how they can purchase, and the why.
Okay.
And your t-shirts, you say you're selling the t-shirts. Is this the ones that we already have, or is it something different? Is it a new market? Is it?
So I actually have a new logo. Not a new logo, but like a new design.
Okay. So then every time you are on a live feed, or you're on anything, I don't care if you're on her story, I don't care where you are, you have one of them t-shirts on. That's your brand.
Okay.
Would you agree, Katrina?
I would agree.
I usually do have it on. Today I didn't, because like I said, I didn't even realize this, but typically I do have on I usually have on a sweatshirt or a t-shirt.
And I'm going to give you permission right now. Every time you're on her story, not only do I want to see the shirt, but if you can get one of those boxes,
Okay.
set yourself up in the room somewhere where the box is on display, like almost like it's part of the, they can't stop seeing it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Look, if you got to drag a table over, or have somebody, your back hurting right now, or have somebody drag a table over and completely set up, because half the people that's set up somewhere, the rest of the place might not be in. You just need that little corner of your world, right, to look like it's just one big old office, but real is right. And set it all up. Set it up on something. Put that box out on display so that every time you live or at any time, that box, that t-shirt, even if you ain't got it on, Charmaine, she has her love t-shirts things hanging up behind her on the wall when she's live.
Okay.
So I didn't find, you have the Always Hope business page. I found your page, Hope Jackson, but it doesn't have any links to your business page. So that's my number one suggestion. But I found your website.
Okay.
Oh, speak on that, Katrina.
There we
Get that
go.
together. Get that.
think-
Did you found it?
It's We Always Have Hope is what I've got. There we go.
Okay. Now, but is it not? It's not linked to your
Was it
your
not
personal
like-
page, your profile page.
Your personal page, yeah.
Oh,
So like as my workplace, I have myself, my business listed on there so I can see it. But I found it.
Tip number one, Hope. Link that you heard it first. Oh, she get no. She listen. Don't feel bad, Hope. She gets me. She keep me straight too.
hey, I
Thank
knew
God for.
you don't know, you don't know. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
exactly.
Listen. I ain't know nothing about a link tree. And I mean, now, or nothing. Now people are like, girl, look at you. Oh, you got a link tree. I'm like, oh, thank God. I look
Yeah.
like I got it going on. It's, Katrina, I didn't add it. Now, I don't even know how. We got to figure this out. Now I got a clubhouse.com.
Oh, you have a link for your clubhouse?
Yeah, I went and got a domain. And
Yeah.
let me tell you about how crazy. Ooh wee. Well, it came when I got it from GoDaddy. It came with a page. So I went on here and created the page. Then I had to go through all of that, connecting my get response. I was like, why Jesus? Why did not? But you know how when we think we can just do it, but it's all together. And so now I got to add that. How do I add that, or can I add that to the link tree?
You can put it in Asana and I can add it to the link tree.
I ain't gonna even fool with that. I'm gonna put it right in there. You know when I really say can I, what I'm really saying is
can you?
How can you?
Just
copy and paste. Throw it in there.
You know what's going in there. Y'all see, look, you heard it live here, folks. If you don't have, look, you know how when we talk, Jackie and I talk about, oh my God, how we love our puppies, or we love the things that help us, get a car or something we love that makes life easier for us. We say, get one of these. Get you a Katrina. You can't have mine. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. You really can. But listen, she's a professional. She click on her link, click on the link that's in her story, and and you can find all of the answers or most of the answers, and then she will contact you and you can give you the rest of them if it's not there. So Hope, now do you have, so if today 50 people say I want, okay, got it, 50 people or 100 people say I want that book, I want the bundle, how soon can they get it?
So
I want the box. I want the box.
Oh, so the box I'm not gonna do until like February or March. I'm still working on the design of the box and the label. All that stuff is being done right now. So
that's awesome. That's the big. In fact, I'm even gonna be doing a bundle of the box deals. I got that from Dr. Cheryl. Where'd you get it from?
Stephanie Jeffries.
Yeah. Oh, you did that box. Oh yeah. Stephanie Jeffries is her box.
I saw her box.
Well, honey. Well, wait a minute. Dr. Cheryl Woods has, and I like that one too. I like Stephanie's. Dr. Cheryl Woods is hers. It's almost like a cake box.
Yeah, that's what this one's gonna be like.
Because Stephanie's is not the big, because she's having a little, yes, but yeah, it looked like a cake box. And when she showed hers, I was like, ooh, because I sure got Speaker Stephanie cups and this and that. I was like, okay, now I'm gonna do, but and that's a whole nother training. But I will tell you, even with that, that's branding, because you can put that out there, and folks they'll be showcasing it, just like if you send me something, a gift, or have me anything, and there is your name is on there, but it's a gift for me, I got to show everybody you sent it to me. So now everybody sees you sent me a gift. Now I've just advertised to all my people.
I got my certificate today too.
Yes, you must have. Did you like that?
Yes, I did. Yeah, so no, I'm working on the design of the box and getting the label and the ribbon and all that good stuff. And like I said, I have somebody who is giving me samples of shea butters and like a candle and stuff. I have a cousin who has a wellness company. So she and I are going to work together, and she's going to give me samples of the shea butter and everything to put in it.
Okay. So Katrina, you ready to give us some thoughts on that? Are you still working? Because I'm going to keep on.
No, I have just some thoughts.
Okay.
No, not many. Um, so I'm just looking here. So I have your website, Instagram, and Facebook open.
That's
And I can see that they're connected because the posts are
She's like, oh,
no, no. I like that. We always have hope. I'm on your Instagram first. So I like the slogan that you have here. We always have hope. And then the purpose of always hope is to remind you that even in your darkest hour, there's always hope. I think that'd be a great place to put that in your impressum on the Facebook page as well. Right.
okay.
It just says there's always hope, like putting that there as well would work. And then a bit more about what you do. So I know you have the shop and it's listed as community, but you're also a speaker,
Okay.
a keynote speaker, and you have your shop. So that could be both business and community. And then I was scrolling through. How long has the book been for sale for?
Since June.
It's June, so it's been on the market. Okay. So I was scrolling through, but I didn't see any posts about your book.
no, look,
That
I'm like, ooh.
that
No,
a,
really.
a
And that's
big
exactly why I
one.
wasn't selling because I wasn't posting it. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
this is good. This is good
I
stuff.
see this one. There's one here, but I think so. That's the first one I've seen. That was 26 weeks ago. So definitely pushing that. Even if you use Facebook Business Suite and you have just that one post where it says book release and you post that one at least every week. One of the things that I learned from a mentor was that it takes 7 times for someone to see what you're selling in order to even consider purchasing it.
Right.
Okay.
And how many times have I said that one?
Unless they know exactly like, hey, I know Hope and I want this book, like family and friends, someone else on social media, they have to see it like 7 times before they're even considering buying. So definitely pushing that when you're ready, of course. Um, and then also I like that you're sticking true to your message of always having hope. A lot of like inspirational posts that you have out there, a lot of scriptures, but you can also use the scriptures and tell the story from your point of view. Like, what does this scripture mean to you? How can I apply it now in what I'm calling the extension of 2020? I was like, that's what January's feeling like so far. So I was just like, well, we're still in 2020. How can I take this word that you're giving me and use it? Because I'm also a believer, and that's one of the things that I was taught was like, I get the words on the paper, I can read them, but how do I use it? How do you like a good step? And since you're already a speaker, that means you have a way with words. So that's something that could be really, really helpful. And then just unifying them together, letting people know what you do also on your site in between the inspiration. Like, hey, I'm also, even if it's just virtual events like corporate leadership speaking, women's empowerment, transformation, which is, similar to the word that we've been using for 2020 is pivot. That's what a lot of people are doing and going through right now is a transformation in their work lives and personal lives. So if you took quotes or something from um, a place that you've already spoken at and quote yourself if you have to, or someone else that's inspired you, like quotes from them as well too would be really helpful.
Okay. That's good stuff.
Oh, you're muted, Stephanie.
Yep, I love that. So right there, look, look, she came on that fast, picked up on some things, and Hope said, now she taking notes too. She's like, okay, wait a minute,
I got
wait a
my
minute.
notes on. Yeah, trust
Yes.
me. I
So
may be in pain, but I'm gonna do some work.
yes, and this is the thing, and everyone is watching, and everyone's gonna watch the replay. It is imperative. Would you agree, Katrina and Hope, that it is important that there's a flow? that when a person goes to wherever they go to, they don't have to guess what you're doing. They should know automatically, and it should be consistent. Your pictures, your branding.
Yes, consistent, relevant, and true to who you are. So I was like,
Nice.
if you were to go to my Instagram right now, you're gonna see who I am right at the top and what I do and who I serve and where I am. You'll see that there. You'll see the colors, the fonts. Then that's like, for me, that's more of like a personal thing. I like when the colors kind of like line up and they flow together. Like I just love the way that that looks. So that's what I'm working on my own social media. Not everyone wants to do that, and that's fine too. But what are your colors? Consistent fonts, consistent messaging. How can you help? Who do you help?
So that you all hearing that? Because if anybody goes to your social media and there's no representation of who you said you're a speaker, but there's no indication that you're a speaker. You're an author, but there's no book to be found, right? Like not even if they look down to next year, there's nothing to be found. So tell me this, Katrina, how important are images?
Very important because most people are visual.
Mm-hmm.
I would say almost everyone is visual. And I think that's why I know we were talking about like all the things that Instagram was pushing. We were talking about reels last week. I know I'm the same way.
Come on,
I was
help me
like,
get the reels.
I hate it. I hate it so much. But they'll show you more if you use the tools that they give you. So, Reels is their answer to TikTok. After Trump tried to ban TikTok, Instagram was like, let me get this right quick. Videos, people love that.
Yeah.
So I was like,
And they
no one
on
comes
there.
to social media to read. They want to do like this and scroll. Um, so trying to limit text. Like I have quotes also. Like I do a quote of the day on Fridays, or a Monday motivation, but I try and just use pictures and then just keep my words in the captions, and then just like in the comment section. So I try and have mostly images in there unless it's like a swipe file. Like I have my 6 do's and don'ts of working with a virtual assistant, or I'll have like just one big image,
Is
that I
that
use. Talks
is
about.
that in is that what you're doing in Reels, or is that what you're doing in your on Facebook or social media?
That's what my Facebook and Instagram are connected. So when it posts my scheduler, it'll post to both of them. And then just using like Canva to post to LinkedIn, which is also a big area that a lot of people I feel like don't really know how to use as well. I think it's like scary because they're like, oh, it's professionals and like rich people. And I was just like, yes, rich people that have the money to pay for what you're selling. So I was like, that's where you
Are
where
y'all,
you need
are
to
y'all
be.
hearing me like real? Maybe if I do that right there. Okay, there you go. Because it was like,
Oh,
why is it? Is that better?
no, you're clear. Yeah, you're
Okay.
clear.
Um. So talk about that. Talk about LinkedIn, because I'm on LinkedIn, as you know, but a
Mhm.
lot of people are not there. So
Yes.
talk about LinkedIn and why people should be there and why it's important for their brand.
Okay. Well, LinkedIn is like the forgotten social media profile. I think most people think it's just for companies. So I do have a company LinkedIn page, but I feel it's better for me like using my personal profile, finding clients or just connecting. And it doesn't have to be like your profile shouldn't be like a resume. You should let people know like what you do and who you are again, and also what your skills are. I think that's pretty much like what it shows, but also like what you're interested in. It's a great way to show people like what are your values and like what are you promising, what are your strong areas, so you can link your certifications and things on there, and you can have people that that have already worked with you come through and endorse you. It's like built-in reviews right there, but on your personal page instead of a business page.
So
Um,
if I make you host, can you share your page
I can,
if I do that?
yeah.
Because I think that they need to see that. Okay. I know she said doggone, there she go. I'm on 5 minutes. Okay. All
Let me
right.
get a
I just
sip of
need to
water
go.
right quick.
Yeah, because I will tell you that on Clubhouse, our guy Mike, I can't think Mike's last name, but he's like the guru of LinkedIn or whatever. And man, I went and he said he's offering a free training. Of course, I jumped on that free training,
Yeah.
and I told him he could use me as the example. And he was like, "Oh, actually," which I did. And I have a LinkedIn page and a LinkedIn professional page. And he was like, first he was like, "I can't, Stephanie, you don't have anything in your about me." And I was like, "Yes, I do." He's like, "No, you don't." And what it was is because he was like, he doesn't believe and everybody has their own opinion. He doesn't believe that it's necessary. He said that all you need is your profile. He doesn't believe in the business page. And I said, "Well, I got one." And he said,
Yeah.
people are not going, they're not going there. He looked
They
at it like,
really aren't. I just
yes, it
have it
is.
so that when someone clicks and they're like, oh, founder or owner of KRB Executive Services, and my name highlights, you can click it and it'll actually take you to a business page. That's all I really use it for, is to show that I actually have a business that's listed on LinkedIn,
Right.
on
Yeah.
Google.
So then, yeah, which made me, so then now, and I'll show you, a matter of fact, I'll take a picture of mine and I'll come back. So he was the one, I didn't have anything in my profile, and he literally, okay, so he showed us some really great, that's what they do. That's all he does. He's a man of God himself. All he does is LinkedIn. That's what he does for a living, is help people with their profiles and help. He's a coach in that area.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Okay, you're about me." He broke it down and he's like, "Look, I mean, I have the Zoom thing." He said, "Don't be sharing this stuff." He says, "But you can teach out to it." But I changed mine, and he said, "Some people they have emojis and all this." He said, "That's fine." He said, He's not a fan of it, obviously, but he said he ain't mad with it. It works for some, it doesn't work for the others. But I like the emojis. I
I
don't know
like
why.
emojis too because I'm not like the best writer in the world, or sometimes like it's hard to get your message across, but if you can see that little emoji right there that's like, hey, I'm smiling when I'm saying this, I'm not being sarcastic or
Right.
whatever, or I'm not taking myself too seriously, like it's just in fun, like you can see that better with emojis. That's why I use them.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, I don't know, but with me, if I see some emojis, it brings my eyes to it.
Hmm.
I'm like, "Oh, what's happening here? These people, they seem fun."
Yeah.
And it's
uh,
not, yeah. So
so let
you can go
me
ahead. Yeah.
share my screen.
Hope, are you on LinkedIn? That's all right, Hope. We're gonna get on LinkedIn. you,
It's okay.
No, I'm
um
thinking. I just
you
don't
said,
use it, but I'm on it.
oh,
you're
you
on
on,
it.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. Is that your profile?
Yeah, this is my
Look
profile.
at you. I'm
There,
gonna need to get my life together.
so of course, like my business banner, name, tagline, which is important. That's a part of messaging, your brand messaging. Who I am, what I do, where I am, um, and I try and keep it as simple as possible.
Well, I will tell you, once I
Word.
started working on my LinkedIn, some heavy hitters been hitting my LinkedIn. I was like, "Oh, snap."
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
after networking too. Combine LinkedIn. So after you finish your virtual networking groups, come over to LinkedIn, find them, and pretty much add everybody. Is what I've been
Ah.
doing. So I had a coaching session with awesome coach based out of the UK named Dion Slater, and she actually helped me with my LinkedIn so my section, instead of having it like a cover letter of resume, like this is me, this is what I did, this is why you should hire me, like have it more as a conversation. So again, with that messaging, like this is what I call people that follow me, because KRB Executive Services, women I work with are executives, so that's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to my fellow executives. um so, speaking to them like, hey, I know you're working these crazy hours and trying to deliver in your business, your goals on time and serving more clients and customers, but, there's just not enough time, and so it was like basically like being relatable. And then just telling them who I am, what I used to do, former chef and early childhood education teacher, that turned virtual assistant and project manager. And so I provide remote business support to busy female entrepreneurs and small business owners, giving them valuable time back in their day and generally making their lives so much easier. And so, talk about some of the services I offer because it's not my full listing. Um, and then, the benefits, why I like working with female entrepreneurs, and then my CTA, my call to action. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level, you know, you book a consultation call with me, and I would just love to see like how I can help you. And then
Mm.
links, website, email, Instagram, Facebook.
Well, wait a minute. While we so show us your so go back up to the top. I got to see the top. I want y'all to look at this brand. Look at this. Look how she's branding this now. I want now take a good look at this. Now click on your other sites. I want you to see this.
Um,
First of all, I'm loving that profile. I'm like, oh, that little
Thank
banner
you.
that's on there. Okay, open to work. I'm like, I need to gather myself.
So that's the Instagram here.
And you see, when you're looking at her profile picture, everything about that tells you she about the business of working. No matter where she is, she's working. She's available. You see that? Look. I look like you're on a beach somewhere. No, you're not. No, you're not. I see something
The
behind you.
library, actually. I was actually in a library.
Yes. You
Um,
picked out the little kids' little
best
table.
location. Yeah. So and then the same again, business name. What I do, since you don't have as many characters here. So what I do, who I help, and then link to a freebie. And then we were talking about that aesthetic
Hmm.
before with brand colors and
Oh, I like yours. See,
just trying.
that looks clean. That
Yeah.
looks
So I have
professional.
like some random photos in here. Basically, it'd be like for holidays or like just for humor. This was like the day after Christmas, and I was just like, y'all. So this is how we feel right now, um, type of thing. But mostly just trying to keep everything together and consistent.
So that looks very clean and very professional. And and matter of fact, let's stand for one second. I want you to look at her what's this called? Where the name and the information about who she is at the top there.
Oh, right here, my
Yeah,
bio.
your bio. That is very clean, right to the point, and you don't have a lot of space. And I like, I'm looking at it, it doesn't look busy. It tells me exactly I'm this, and I'm this. Boom.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
clean
and
mine up. My goodness.
you can always put more in there, in your link page or your landing page. So when you're telling someone, "Oh, I'm doing this," click the link in my bio. Obviously, you don't have a lot of space, so that's where the landing pages come in handy.
Yeah.
And just trying to keep those together. So like subscribing to my newsletter,
Y'all see
which
that? You see that? How look.
I'll go
Go back.
slower.
I love the little arrow down to the mini chaos organizer.
Yeah. So booking
That
your
is
consultation
hot.
call, website, and then, just saving on subscriptions and things like that, affiliates that I have in there, um, also, because, you got to get that affiliate
Right.
money sometime.
So what do you suggest now? And take note of the pictures. Now, are all your pictures professionally done, or do you say, "Come on,
Not
take this
all
good"?
of them. My original ones were done, like this one here at the library, and the other ones, obviously, you can tell those were like the same day, but I just used them differently. And then I have others um, here. I mean, this one right here, my sister took that for my birthday. And then, like the ones inside the phone, my sister also took that in the woods by my house. I was like, and my front yard, like the things you can do with a cell phone nowadays are
Yes.
amazing. So,
Yes.
but they don't replace professional photographers. So if you can afford to get them done, also you can do that.
And then, but it's also important to have some not so polished pictures, just so you can show that you're just, I'm a regular old
Exactly.
me. I'm a
Yeah.
regular old me. So if you are someone that has a busy with their profile, like right now, if they're if you're on that page in their thing, how
Mhm.
can they? What do you suggest for cleaning it up? Do you
Um,
suggest getting rid of pictures, or can you reorganize the pictures, or what can
you
you do?
can, well, you can't really reorganize once they're posted, but you can just start over. I mean, I had some when I was going through my aesthetic, like in the beginning, there were other services that I offered that I don't anymore. So I went back through and deleted those posts and things like that. So I was like, I don't do this anymore. So I just kind of like got rid of those, or like I didn't really have like my own voice in my business then, or like the colors weren't consistent. Like I knew, oh, like my favorite color is blue, and I was like, I like the cleanness of that, and stuff like that. But I wasn't using it with other things like in conjunction. So I had like different colors, and so I just went through and I removed those also. But some I kept just as a reminder of how far I've come. But honestly, you can just start right on top of it. Just start there, and people can go back and see like, man, she really had a transformation. I wonder what clicked for her here, and how can she help me get there. So I just leave it.
That was key. Because all week, well, I want to say since last week, I was showing part of like prepping everybody for the today's session. And that's when we just kind of recapping, just so because you can't capture everything.
Mhm.
I will put like I was like a different video or different tip about branding, and you've covered them all tonight. I mean, on literally, I talked about pictures. Now, in that case, I want to say somebody else had posted this picture like as a photographer, and they were like showing you how to kind of move your hand and and to get that waist. Just I was like, I'm mad at that. I'm gonna have that same pose. Y'all gonna be like, there she go. But it was on, and like even how to, and it's another one like how to get the shadows. But those things are important. But how you can use your camera, or even if somebody else is taking a picture of you and they, obviously if they're a photographer, they'll get you a position. But if the person is not a professional photographer, they can help you out.
Mhm.
Now we know either use your camera, you're the professional, but lighting is everything,
Yes.
right? Lighting, background, um, and how
I
you're
mean,
gonna.
even backgrounds you can fake now. Some
You
of
ain't
the
kidding.
ones that I have in there, you wouldn't be able to know that some of those aren't real.
Close the front door.
I've, I've done some of them myself, and then a godsend that I found, which I don't even know who put me onto it, but you can add like the camera onto your phone. So there's an app from a Adobe Photoshop camera, and that's where I take some of my pictures right in there because I don't know how to do Photoshop that well
Man,
on
I
my
got
own.
Adobe everything. Let me make sure. Look.
So adding Photoshop camera to your phone and having someone that you trust take pictures for you, um, and then remove.bg. That will remove backgrounds from your photos. For example, the post that I did for her story, our story, and Passion Vibes Tribe, how I have you in that little box. I just removed the background from the photos that you had already sent me, and then just added it to other things.
You see that right there,
And
and,
make
and
it look brand new. You
it
can
looked
add a
brand new.
filter,
It
change
did
the
look
color
brand
of
new,
the
and then how about and that doggone Canva, that Canva
outfit.
remove. I was like, oh my god! But the Photoshop though, is something about that Photoshop? But because even now, Canva is the bomb.com too. I was like, the first time I saw I could remove
Yes.
something, and I was like, what? But I got Adobe, and I need to get rid of it.
Yes.
So, okay, now we know that. So, if you had to give the top 5 things, the top 5 things that somebody you think is important to make sure for their visibility, particularly on social media, what would you say those top 5 things are?
Oh, that's hard. Like just as part of the identity of their brand.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously your name, making sure that it's consistent on all platforms. Your logo, your colors, your font. Because even though fonts are letters, they're kind of like an image also. So knowing like, hey, these words, this font, I associate that with so and so. Like the cursive on the Coca-Cola can, you know that that's theirs. Um, so that's important as far as identity, but then also the definition of your brand, the who you are, who you serve, and to who you serve. So who is your product or service for? And and just kind of like what's the promise, I guess, of your brand? Like if I, buy this from you, how does it help me? I think those are the most important parts.
I'm loving that. I'm loving that. So now switching gears, we're still on branding, but I'm sorry, you got my nose is running. I got to get it. Um, Tell how can a person, because we know or we have that together. How can they stay organized? Like because all right. So now I have my branding. I have it all. I got this thing. I look good, right? Um, how can someone now? Let's say if you're on Clubhouse. They're on Clubhouse now. And what did we see in Clubhouse? Just DM me. Everything is DM me.
Yeah.
So how do they stay on top of that? How do they organize that so that it doesn't fall by the wayside?
Um, Sometimes I get things in my DM, but I try and push people to either like my contact form on my website or a consultation call because those have been embedded from my CRM. So when they go to my contact form, it already puts their information in there, like their name, phone number, email,
Wait a
what it
minute.
is.
CRM, because you know you got, you know.
Their customer relationship management system. Yeah. So I use Dubsado for
Yes.
that. But just having that in there, and then the same with the consultation call, I have like the questionnaire that's attached to it. So it's like, what service do you need? What's your budget for this? When do you want to start? What areas can I help you in? Instead of having to go back through my phone, because my social media is not the only one that I manage. So when there's a notification or a DM, um, I get everybody's. So
You said you was like, girl, you getting a lot of DM.
I will swipe it away, and I was like, I don't know if that was mine, hers, it was somebody's. So yeah, definitely I push them towards those other forms of communication, so that's not missed.
Can you see my let me see if I look in there. If in my Clubhouse, can you look in her story? And I think I posted. Did I post something in her story to say connect with me on Clubhouse? It's a whole. It's like almost like a whole.
I thought you did put something out there.
Yeah.
It's possible, but you know the way that it is on Facebook sometimes too. Things when you go in there, they're not posted in order.
Right.
It's
Look in.
super.
Why is that?
I have no
You
idea.
know?
No, in my yes, you did post about
Yeah.
Clubhouse 2 days
So
ago.
can you pull that up? Can you share the screen again? Well, you. I mean, oh, well, you can. Can you see? Can you pull it up on your computer or no?
Yeah, let's see.
And yeah, because I want to show you that I look now. Don't nah, it's not fancy. I did it,
You
but
said it to her story, our story, right?
hmm
Okay.
and when I created my thing, so if you go to the Clubhouse and if you click on, I tell you to go to um for more information for info, and when you click the info, it takes you to one um a landing page. And so, right, so that's how I'm getting the information, which also gives you, and it takes you everywhere. So I'm like, okay, because I want you to be connected to all my things, right? But I'm trying to get them away from the DM too, because that DM is weighing me down. I'm like, my goodness. But also in my DM, just everybody, if you send me a message in Speaker Stephanie or Speaker Stephanie um, W, right, in my Instagram, it's going to it's going to have an automatic response that's going to say you thank you for connecting. But that automatic response is coming back every time you say something to me.
Yes.
So if we have the whole conversation, it's going to keep coming back like it's the same one. But I put it in there because it was so many people was,
There we go. Here's Clubhouse.
Hope, is this information helpful?
Yes, it is actually.
There we go. So here's your Clubhouse post here.
Yep. And so click on click on yeah. So you see the little pop up right there?
Mhm.
That's my little, and then that should take you
On
somewhere, but it
Clubhouse,
didn't.
Stephanie.
But we go down here. All right, go click on that to find out more. There you go. That took you to my landing page.
There we go.
Yeah, and
And your
that, yeah.
free ebook.
Yeah, I put a freebie in there. Look, so and actually, I'm glad you clicked on that. 'Cause that reminded me to take the other thing out of there because that was something they created, and then I added this in.
Instagram, Facebook, download website,
Right,
Twitter, YouTube.
right. So if you click on each one, because
Okay.
matter of fact, go down a little bit because everybody wanted that uh self-esteem formula that I say every morning. So I
Mhm.
put it in the downloads. So if you click on that, it should take you to it.
There we go. Self-confidence.
Yep.
Cool.
Bam. There it is.
Awesome.
And so, that is because, and, that, and take it to my website, my Instagram, my Facebook. I just kind of created a little something, something. Of course, always got to put Oprah in there talking about, you can get it this, you can get.
Yeah. That will never get old.
I mean, it ain't fancy, but it is what somebody told me, don't do too much because you don't want to be your website. Right.
The information overload.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that was my little page that came with it. But I'm glad you went on it because that little drop down thing, I put that in there and I was trying to attach the other thing that, and I realized all I had to do was just go put it in there. So I could take the other little pop up out of there because that's unnecessary enough something. Look. Well, what do you think?
I like it a lot. And you're using that red.
I know that pop.
The crimson. Let me correct myself. The crimson and cream, not red and white. Respect the deltas.
But and I'm telling you all this. Did I know about the importance of coloring and one of the things I told Katrina that I realized, and because she's the one who told me, do you look at your analytics? Look at the analytics, and that will tell you what's selling, what's people are looking at, what people are clicking on. And I realized, I was like, okay, she showed me where the analytics was and what we're looking at. And I realized that if it's a picture of me, if I'm in the picture, people click on it more so than if I don't. They'll click on it. Also, they seem to stay on it and read if they love lists, 5 tips, 4 tips, right? Put some more information so that when they come into your site, they can learn something. It has to be informative. And matter of fact, Mike told us about how did he not likes but views. He said how he talked about how when somebody clicks on it, that's a view. If they click on it, then that's a view. If they but the analytics will kind of look at how long you looked at it. And he said that if you want somebody to look at your post a little longer, add video. They love videos, and particularly if you share a video that went viral, and you have a commentary about it, like why you're showing that video, but make it relatable to your thing. Like he said, there was a video. Oh, there was a video. I'm sure you've seen it. Everybody has been posting the little boy. They came out. There was a guy. I want to say like he was a UPS driver. And they came out because he was crying. He was an African American man, and they just want to thank him for his service because he out here doing COVID delivering and nonstop. But he posted that video because he's a man of faith. Now he's a white male, but he posted the video because he used to be a UPS driver, and he remember, he said they overlooked it, just like the post service, snow, sleet, hail, or rain, or whatever it is. I got to come out there and make these deliveries, and he's a man of faith. And the person in the video, he believes to be a man of faith as well. And he wanted to talk about the heart, and so it was in line with what his brand was. But he said that he got the most hits on that. And then Katrina, talk about when you were talking about your puppies. Doggies.
Yeah, my first reel and only reel at this point, had my sister's dogs over here spending the night, and they were all in my office while I'm working, dead sleep and snoring. I was just like, let me take a video of this because it was so loud. And I posted that reel, just a caption that was like, you would have thought that they had a full day's work, like doing construction, engagement, crazy. Views, crazy. And I was just like, it was a good 12-second video of sleeping dogs. And I posted it on my business page, and I had people that just could relate, like they have dogs also that are with them since everyone's working from home now. So it was just something that was relatable. And a quick 12-second video really helped my engagement there.
You see what I'm saying? And look, I'm going to tell you, and I know it's true because here's the deal. My husband, we have a puppy, Mr. Biddleface, as I call him. His name is Biddle. Biddle as in East Baltimore Biddle, right? Biddle Street. And my husband, he has discovered TikTok. And I swear he comes in, Stephanie, don't get to show you this video. And oh my God, sir. And it's always some dog doing something crazy. But it is funny. I mean, and I'm not even a cat person, but the cat ones have me in tears. So why? I mean, but I can see it being a thing because I've caught my dog. Like, I mean, honestly, even I picked him up from doggy daycare today. When he come out of there, he's tired. And so it wasn't my turn to pick him up. So I didn't have his little carrier. So now he's not in the carrier. He's on the seat. And I'm going to tell you, like he worked all day. And I immediately looked down like, if I wasn't driving, I'd sneak this picture because he was showing up. I was like, my God, how is this puppy? There's no bigger than, and he's not even a puppy anymore. He's a full-size dog, but he don't get any bigger than this. He is like he worked. And then and if I so much as touch him, his hands come up. Like, get that girl, get that. You know what I'm saying? It's pure comedy. Hi, Ann Anderson. You got any questions? Was Ann still trying to come on here? I see. She's connecting. She's connecting. Oh my gosh. Well, so if y'all, we are getting ready to wrap up a little bit. Ann, and we'll see if Ann wants to have a question. But one, you all, whatever you're doing, go look at your stuff. Go look at your socials. Go look at, and if you're not connected, matter of fact, would you can suggest that everybody, to make sure everything's on the same page, connect all those things together? Isn't that right, Katrina? She said, "You're on mute, Katrina. You're on mute."
There we go.
Yep.
I was on the other page. I was checking to see if there were any comments in the Facebook Live.
Was anything there?
Also, so just from Raina, Stephanie, Katrina is fierce. So thank you,
Raina. You need a girl. If you ain't got one of them, I'll share. Raina and I we grew up together. Raina, she's already super bad herself. She's an interior decorator. Raina, are you? Oh, I don't think she knows. She designs. So she is the person that goes in and what is it called? Sets the room for people that when they're
like staging.
Staging. That's what y'all. Raina, don't get me. I don't know the terminology. I'm doing the best I can, but she's fierce.com. She has her own business. So Raina, if you need Katrina, her link is in her story. But Katrina has gotten me. I feel like once I feel like I was like this, like, okay, you know, when you're starting to grow, you get growing pains, and the growing pains is because you've now grown so big, it's out of your area of expertise. And sometimes when we want to be and control things, we think we need to do everything, and really it comes a time when you have to say, look to your left, look to your right. Who do you know who has a business or a skill that can help you? I put it out there. I remember I put it up. Nobody answered one group, and I put it up another group. I was in Dr. Stevie's, Christian.
Yes,
right?
emails.
What do we call?
That's where I found you from.
Yes, the Christian entrepreneurs, Christian women leaders, business owners. Baby, within seconds, I had like 3 names. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's nothing like women and Christians. Man, my heart soared. And I contacted them, boom, everybody. I'm on their websites. I was like, wow, this is like, I'm feeling like an amateur. and look, and Katrina, even when I got, she was like, okay, you know, she'd been in there, she was doing some things, and she was like almost, you know, there's other services, you pay for them, you can get them. Let's talk about
your time. It's your time.
Let's talk about what it is that you need. And once, you know, let's talk about your business. And we broke it, and she broke that thing down to me. Listen, y'all, I have never been so happy because I used to spend my entire like Sunday like trying to be organized and trying to do all the social media stuff and trying to do this and trying to do the email, trying to be here, blah, 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 blah. Got Katrina, contacted Katrina's business. Katrina helped me with that. She helped me. I mean, I'm telling you, if you are in business and you're doing emailing and your own social media and you're trying to do this and you really are feeling like you're ready to pull your hair out and your shoulders up around your ears, get you a Katrina.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I got. Get you a Katrina. And even if you, but go on the website, because you may not need all that I needed. You may just need one thing. Yeah. You may need a certain thing. As a matter of fact, what did you do? You did, what'd you do for Kurt? Because I can't remember what everybody did. My husband.
That I did for him?
Did you do something? I got so many women. I mean, did you do anything for Kurt for wall-to-wall security?
That might be Adriana.
Adriana, wait a minute. And the girl, I'm telling you, I got a Katrina. I got a Katina. Well, she does something else. And then Adriana did his social media.
Yeah,
And
she's great too.
right. And then
She's great too.
somebody who did his website. That wasn't you. I see.
Not me. I'm just you.
It's another
It's
person
just
did.
you.
It's another. Girl, I can't keep up. But I'm just glad she mine. She with me. So, and what are you? And you're on. You have a question?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, I was just saying, listening to you sound like I need a Katrina too.
Girl, you need a Katrina. I'm trying to tell you.
So what do you do, and what's your business?
I'm also a speaker, author, and transformational life coach, and like Stephanie, trying to do everything, and yeah, it's just quite overwhelming.
Girl,
That
get you
is
a
like
Katrina.
my niche. I think there might be like four
Get you a
four
Katrina,
seven
and I'm
authors.
telling you.
Ooh, sounds
Listen,
like
do you see it? Are you in her story? Can you see the post I made? And actually, I attached her website.
no, I don't think I'm not sure if I saw it. I will look for it though.
If not, Katrina, can you put your link in the chat?
I will put it in the chat.
Because she'll give you your consultation and she'll break that thing down. I have never been so listen, Linda. I used to spend a whole Sunday doing my scheduling and everything for all of my sites for my social medias.
Wow.
And now it just tickles me to death to, I used to wake up like, oh, see if it posted. Now I'm looking and tickled to see what Katrina didn't post it.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
I'm
Thank
like,
you.
how she did something I posted before and made it even better.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I will tell you that my numbers, and she connected my stuff, my socials together, my visibility increased like stupid numbers.
Woo. Okay.
We get messages all day. I know we talked about like how I have like everyone's social media connected. Crazy. They
Yes.
want to talk to Miss Wall.
No, one day I'm talking to her and I said, yeah, I don't feel like anybody is like giving, like, I'm not getting a lot of play on Twitter. And she was like, well, let me look. She said, that's because your Twitter is not attached. We're going to connect it. Boom,
They're
Twitter.
not connected.
Bam. Next thing you know, my Twitter
Wow.
jumping off. I was like, I
Okay.
love it.
Awesome.
They just gotta know where to find you. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We
So,
definitely need to have a consultation then.
let's
now,
do it.
and do you have any questions? Like, how you feeling about your branding?
Oh.
That's a whole nother talk show too.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. While we got you on, do you have what is your biggest problem? Like, is it where are you mostly? Are you on everything? Are you on LinkedIn also?
I am. I'm on everything, right? But like you, I mean, I've sent a few things to Twitter, but I've never. I don't. That one I can't understand more so than I can, can relate to all the rest of it. I never see. It doesn't look like I'm getting any action at all on Twitter. I do get action from LinkedIn, and Facebook a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah, nothing happening on Instagram.
Do you have a page? What's your Facebook name?
It's just Ann Anderson.
Can you see it, Katrina? And that now Ann Anderson is a real
I
popular name.
know.
It's all I'm
I know.
saying.
She might have to do a
I was
butterfly
gonna say,
uprising.
like, which one?
Which
You
Ann
might have to do
Anderson is it? Listen,
butterfly uprising. The name
do
of
you
my
have a
book.
page? Do you have a
Butterfly
page?
Uprising.
Right. Yeah. You
Oh,
can.
that's you. You're the first one.
Okay. Yeah. Usually you can find me that way, not Ann Anderson. You're right.
Because I was like, wait a minute, Ann Anderson looks like that's gonna be a hard one.
Yeah.
So Ann, were you watch this on Facebook and you said, oh no, I got to go in here.
Yeah. I
I
need
told him,
it.
come on into the VIP. What? So was it? I know you. So you were finding what we were talking about helpful.
Yes, I was. Yes, ma'am. Because this is where I am right now. Like you, I've been trying to do everything on my content, landing pages. I'm having issues with my website right now. It's just a lot because I just redid a new website I have the Butterfly Uprising one is working, but not the Andy Anderson.
Oh, okay. So you have a separate one.
Right, I have two different ones.
What? But you have a landing page though, right? That's operable.
I like you can check out the website butterflyuprising.com is working good. Only for some reason I don't know if I'm having some HTTP trouble or something, some kind of server issues with my new one.
Okay.
With the Andy Anderson. Hopefully they'll get it worked out this weekend because it's really hurting me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you on Clubhouse too, Ann?
No, I'm not yet.
Wait a minute.
I
Is
would
that
love
because you
to.
don't have you have iPhone or
Well,
iPad or something?
okay, I've been using an Android. I do have an iPhone. I just need to get it connected because I understand you can only do it with the iPhone, not your Android. So yeah, I just need
Yeah,
to like get a number
girl.
put to my
Goodness.
so you got space on yours? On
You
your
got to
Clubhouse?
do it. You got to do. I'm telling you right now. I've connected with more people in the
Really?
first week of being on Clubhouse, and then now I've been a few weeks now, than I have in the years I've been on Facebook and
What?
Instagram. You understand me? Am I right, Katrina? Is that right?
I
It's
got
bananas.
Samsung, so I don't have I'm
Oh,
not on
bless your
Clubhouse.
heart. Well, listen, I got both. I ain't talking no trash. I got both. And I'm
I
telling you
do
right
too. I
now,
got the Samsung
this,
Galaxy and I
this
got
I'm being pinged right now. Them jokers,
Yeah.
I'm being look. Let me go on my thing so I can just give y'all a for instance.
My iPad.
No,
Look,
I
oh
don't.
my God.
you
I got
got the
I
people
don't
that said
buy
I'm going to get an
Apple.
iPad, right? They was like, I'm getting one right now. Let me say, look, I got on Clubhouse on December the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this ain't no high number compared to other people, but I'm following 1,008 people.
What?
778 people are following me.
What?
Wow.
Uh, wow. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm
that's
gonna
amazing.
get
You
my
like that, Katrina? You like my graphics? Yeah,
I
I
do.
was going
There's
in and
emojis
right.
in me.
You like my emojis?
yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to put this Android down.
Then look,
Yeah.
but no, don't put it there
Woo.
because I like the Android. So this is how
Okay, so I'm gonna have to
you
go.
gotta
I'm
get
gonna
you a
have two
second
phones.
something.
Yeah,
Just get
yeah.
you
I'm gonna have
if
to
you
go get
can,
another number.
yeah,
Yeah,
get your
get
iPad or something.
I have both. I got the iPad and I have the iPhone. So I just hook up my iPhone. I get it hooked up this
Oh,
week.
there you go. And then get
Yeah.
on. I'm telling you right. And listen, they're so serious that right now they told that we were in a group and they were like, listen, and it got so serious. You go ahead and buy one of those domain that says Clubhouse because eventually it's gonna be blow up so bad. If you already own it right now on the cheap, somebody might want to buy it from you. So I bought super cheap. I have https stephanieclubhouse.com. Bye.
HTTPS.
Yep, stephanieclubhouse.com.
Okay.
And I just
Wow.
realized it don't say dot on here. Let me fix it. And because I kept it on GoDaddy because I could have put it on, I could have attached it to Speaker Stephanie, but I said I don't want to mess with my. So I said GoDaddy. So / GoDaddy whatever. But let me tell you,
Wow.
everybody I looked on everybody. If you look around, several people. Vanessa Collins,
Mm-hmm.
she got a clubhouse at Digital Mastery. Gloria
Okay.
Mayfield Banks, she got a clubhouse. Everybody they created their own. Do you understand me?
Wow.
And
Okay.
they are happy. So now if they're like, go to your, and then to make sure I fix that. They're like, create your own thing. And that way, and that's what so Katrina, what you pulled up, that was my clubhouse web page.
Your page, yeah. Remember, even though you have an iPhone, you have to be invited to Clubhouse because it's
Well, listen,
Clubhouse.
well, guess what, y'all? I have 5 invites available. I just need you to have it. I can
Oh,
invite you
wow.
right now if you had an you Katrina, you'd be in there right now.
Aw. Hold me one.
You got
Right, see
it.
me a spot. Go
Okay.
get iPad.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get this iPhone working. Yeah.
Okay.
In the next couple of days.
All right,
I might
I'm
have to
gonna
see if I can
hold this
do it
one because I'm
tomorrow.
telling you, they keep sending to me. I even have 4 that's in limbo that's out,
Right,
so there's
right.
9, but that's because I sent them to people that I thought they had iPhones, but they don't. But once you send it, it's out there.
Okay.
So
All
it will
right.
always be there because they're in my phone. So if they get an iPhone, they can come in.
I got you. Okay.
Right.
Wow.
So, but that, look, somebody already sent me a thing that said, they're having a training at 12 o'clock tomorrow. You get the most
What?
free training. And I mean, sometimes I get on there, I can't get off. I'll be like, oh my, I mean, I'll be having notepads. What used to Hope? Do we have it like notepads of notes?
Mhm.
Wow. Wow.
I'm
Okay. Well, I'm so
Hope.
glad I got on here.
Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. Well, we done went over, but I appreciate it. So, Katrina,
Thank
did you put your
you.
contact in the chat?
I did, and I can also put it in the live one
Yes,
as well.
please. I was gonna say yes
Thank
to that, and then
you.
say it out loud one more time for the just for the folks. Can you just?
So that's KRB Executive Services, and that's on all platforms.
Perfect. Thank you.
Executive services.
And so, y'all, that you saw it here. If you want to get more, we want to give you a little juice. I hope what we did tonight was very helpful. We know
Yes.
this is. I'm telling you, listen. Next, I don't know what the next one is, but it's in the thing. And
Mhm.
there'll be another person come back. And depending on what it is, it might be us come back again. You never know, because Katrina is just a wealth of information. You never know. We
Okay.
gotta see what it is.
Thank you so much for
But
having me.
but y'all, so now you know how to reach out to her. Do not be pulling your hair out. If this is, look, there I go with the cameo song. If you feel that this is you, then you know what you need to do.
Right, right.
But thank you all. We're gonna sign off. So
Thank
remember,
you.
as
Okay.
usual, shine your light. Shine your light so bright. But remember, the light that's coming out of you, I know the light that comes out of me is the Holy Spirit. And if I don't shine my light as bright
Yes.
as possible, then the intended target does not receive it. So shine your light. And if it's too bright for you, according to Lisa Nichols, she said, put your
Hello.
sunglasses on, put your sunglasses on. And if it's too bright for others, ask them to put theirs on. So I
Okay.
believe in you. Peace out. All right,
Good
y'all have a
night.
good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.